As we are approaching the end of Ramadan, it is a good time for me to come up with some advices which is going to help us to slowly return back to our normal routine, because if we do it right, that is going to help us not to negate the great health benefits we have had from Ramadan. There are three lifestyles which is a priority for us to discuss today. Number one is the sleep-awake cycle called Circadian Rhythm. The Circadian Rhythm means that we are exposed to light during the day and dark at night, and that's what makes us feel energetic and full of beans and ready to work at the end of the day, and we feel relaxed and ready to go to bed and sleep at night. What happens during Ramadan, we tend to sleep during the day, and also we tend to keep the light on most of the night. So the circadian rhythms might be a little bit disturbed. This is why after we finish up with Ramadan, then we should really try to avoid sleeping during the day. Some people might still like a nap or a siesta in the afternoon, but this should not be longer than 30 minutes, and it should be before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Your last meal should be at least 3 to 4 hours before your bedtime. Why? Because the body cannot do two activities at the same time. When you go to bed and when you sleep, the benefits of the sleep happen during the early hours of the sleep. If you are taking your meal very close to your bedtime, then your body will be still processing the food and will not be able to achieve anything in terms of sleep benefits for you. The best time for your body to have good benefits from the sleep is the first few hours of your sleep, at the time between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. The most important activity that take place during this time is, number one, your body makes the energy ready for the next day. The other important thing is you also need to detoxify. The third activity is growth in children and repair in adults. So it's very important to keep your meal away from your bedtime so that you're going to benefit from the sleep as you should do. This is one part. The other part is hydration. The difficulty we normally have during Ramadan is we have limited time to drink water and to eat. And so many people will end up with a state of chronic dehydration by the end of Ramadan. When we finish with Ramadan, we should concentrate a little bit on rehydration. We need at least 2 to 3 liters of fluids every day. And the best fluid to rehydrate is just plain water at room temperature. It would be great if you can consume about half a liter immediately after you wake up in the morning, because there is something called insensible perspiration. You lose water while you are asleep at night, and this is equal to 500 mils, which is about half a liter. For the rest of the day, you can carry on taking one glass, and the glass is about 250 mils of water. So you take one glass every 1 hour from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening, and I think that is going to give you plenty of water to rehydrate. The third important point, which we should really pay attention to, is that many people do not bother to stay physically active. They try to do the least possible. And many people who usually do some sports during the rest of the year, they're not doing that during Ramadan. So I think when we finish with Ramadan, then these people should return back again, being a little bit more physically active. And they should start slow and build up gradually in terms of time, duration, and the intensity of the activity. I should mention the worship itself. When you spend hours during Ramadan reading Quran and the night prayers, all of this has got a lot of benefits from the religious point of view, but they have got also a lot of benefits from the health point of view. There is one study which looked into people who attend the worship places, and they found that, you see, the inflammation marker on these people is gradually coming down the longer they stay attending their worship places. When you give zakat al-fitr at the end of Ramadan, that will give you pleasure. It makes you happy for the giver, and it's going to make the one who is going to receive also will be happy. But for the giver, it gives them a very great health benefit. The last point is when you connect with your friends and family in the Eid time, that also has a lot of health benefits, and we call it the relationship. The relationship is one of the biggest health pillars, and when you do that, then that is going to give you a lot of health benefits that might last for the rest of the year. For those who stop smoking and refrain from drinking caffeine, tea, coffee, would also benefit to continue on this habit. And for those who would like to continue having the benefits of Ramadan, would be great if they can continue the Sunnah, which is Monday and Thursday. That is going to be beneficial, the religious way of doing it, and also is going to benefit their health for the rest of the year. The metabolic flexibility is the best benefit of Ramadan. So many people see their weight coming down, and now they are approaching their ideal body weight. I'm going to dedicate another session for metabolic flexibility, which I'm going to cover in the coming few days. I would like to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring the like button, because I'm going to focus on all these important issues in the coming few sessions. Thank you.